Some people say that if you don't like the weather in Nebraska, then just hang around for a couple more hours. However, one aspect that always seems to be consistent with our weather is the wind. Most of us consider wind as kind of annoying. The reality is wind is a resource and can be harnessed for energy by using wind turbines. Unlike coal and oil that we will someday run out of, you will have to think that we will always have wind. The typical community infrastructure consists of a variety of neighborhoods and subdivisions, all connected to their local energy grid. Now, many states, including Nebraska, are building wind turbine farms to reduce their energy footprint. As you drive down Interstate 80, you can't help but notice these large fans rotating in the wind. Homeowners are catching on to this concept and are putting in turbines of their own. This is a new way of thinking about our community infrastructure that positively affects sustainability. Sustainability implies that there are limits. However, wind is a resource that should always be there for us. Changing our living practices in our own homes by using wind energy seems like the logical first step in creating better awareness and understanding about the environment we live in. As I discuss wind energy for the homeowner, I like to focus on three areas: the history and recent growth of wind power, the benefits and challenges of home wind power, and determining whether or not a home wind turbine in your backyard is the best answer. According to the Union of Concerned Scientists website, harnessing the wind is one of the cleanest, most sustainable ways to generate electricity. Wind energy is a viable alternative to fossil fuels that harm our health and threaten our environment. Wind power really isn't anything new. Farmers in the mid-1800s used wind energy to pump water. As time went on, grid-connected electricity was brought to the farm and windmills became a thing of the past. Due to tax incentives by the government related to the Clean Air Act, the use of wind energy picked up again in the late 1990s. As fossil fuels prices increased, wind energy continues to grow in popularity today across the world. The wind in our state always seems to be there. In fact, Nebraska ranks in the excellent to outstanding categories in the wind power classification table on the Union of Concerned Scientists website due to our state's consistent high wind speeds. The United States has some of the best wind resources in the world. With enough potential energy to produce 10 times the country's existing power needs as stated on cleanenergy.com. Essentially, a small home wind turbine works by converting the kinetic energy of the wind into clean electricity. When the blades of the turbine spin, a rotator captures the kinetic energy and converts it to drive the generator. Homeowners generally have the choice to connect their wind system to the electric grid through a local power supplier, or it can stand alone. Rural areas, however, tend to go off the grid. The higher the tower for the turbine, the more power a system can produce. But it also becomes for unsightly according to energy.gov. Raising a tower from 60 feet to 100 feet can produce 25% more due to the greater wind speeds. There are a number of benefits of using wind energy at home, and of course some challenges too. Of the obvious benefits, it can make economic sense because you can reduce or even eliminate your dependence from a utility company. Over time, your wind turbine will pay for itself. In fact, if your wind turbine is connected to the local utility grid, you can get a payment from your utility company if you overproduce. Another benefit, according to Mother Earth News article, Home Wind Power, Yes, in My Backyard, is that you may be eligible for renewable energy incentives for installing a residential wind turbine. The ultimate benefit still remains that you are helping the planet by reducing carbon emissions and cutting down on other dangerous pollutants affecting our health and environment. Unfortunately, there are some challenges with residential wind turbines. There is an initial expense to purchase a turbine. In order for it to be worth your investment, you need to live on at least an acre of land. Additionally, some cities and home associations still haven't accepted turbines, and you may have trouble getting one approved. According to the Wind Energy Foundation, a home wind turbine is typically 80 feet tall. and it will be unattractive. Turbines also create some noise that neighbors might object to. Turbines can also be susceptible to storm damage. Most of these challenges, however, have to do with challenging the norms of society and accepting the fact that we need to reduce our fossil fuel usage. As technology for wind turbines continues to improve, you have to think that the next generation of home buyers will start to consider emission-free wind energy. My third main point is, according to the energy.gov website, wind power is the fastest growing source of energy in the world. For homeowners, a small electric system can lower your electricity bill 50 to 90%. There is an initial cost to install a turbine, but paycheck can be as short as 6 years. Installing a wind turbine in your backyard is certainly a big decision. As time goes on, it certainly appears that it may become more common. In the meantime, another good choice is solar energy. Much like wind energy, solar reduces our need for fossil fuel and utilizes the sun, which should be as reliable as the wind. In conclusion, some experts say that we only have 40 to 60 years left of coal and oil. The time has come to continue to improve the technology of wind energy to make it viable for more people. Maybe someday a small wind turbine in everyone's backyard will be as common as a swing set. Larger corporate wind farms are already blossoming. In a recent article in the Kearney Hub on June 19th, Betts and Melvin Berman from Diller, Nebraska, approved installation of the Steel Farms wind farm. This farm, along with others already in operation, is increasing the amount of megawatts produced by wind and is helping the Nebraska Public Power District reach its renewable energy goal. Positives and negatives exist with home wind turbines. The biggest challenge, however, may just be adjusting our ideology relating to neighborhood infrastructure. The millennial generation, known for using technology, may just be the ones that make out of our norm lifestyle choice and plop the turbine in their yard. Perhaps smaller and quieter turbines can be someday designed. The choices we make today, such as utilizing a renewable energy source like the wind, can only be positive for a sustainable future. Wind, we have it, we tend not to like it, but maybe we can learn to love it.